Hey everybody, I just finished another book in the Bone Chiller series. This is The Queen of the Gargoyles. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for quite some time. It's a summertime book, and I just never got around to it. But yeah, the story itself starts off with Isabella. She is going to go stay with her aunt in New York, and she wanted to go ride horses with one of her best friends, but her friend's vacation ties in with her parents' vacation, and she ends up having to go stay with her creepy aunt who lives in New York in this apartment building. Um, as she goes up the elevator to her aunt's house, she runs into this like creepy guy that's talking all this crazy stuff or whatever, and her mom tells her, don't hang out with him, don't run into him by yourself or anything like that. And it's really creepy. So they end up at the apartment, and she runs into this like hunched over monster looking guy. She gets scared. Turns out it's just her aunt's butler who's been with her for years. And I guess her parents don't think he looks like a monster or anything. I'm not sure. But anyway, she ends up exploring the apartment. The only rules that her aunt has for her is don't go into this like secret room that she has. She goes upstairs and on the roof, and she sees these gargoyles. She kind of explores there. She ends up leaving, going into the hallway, and she scares herself because she thinks she hears somebody running after her. So she takes off, goes into this laundry room to hide, and she finds this guy in there crying. He introduces himself as Jay, and Jay's upset because his sister went missing a while back ago, and he's trying to find her. He can't find her anywhere. People aren't doing anything about it, and Isabella agrees to help him try to find her. So they end up hanging around each other for a little while or whatever, going back to the apartment, and her aunt sees Jay or whatever, and she says some really, really questionable things. That's really creepy. They're on the roof one day, and Isabella almost falls off, and she feels somebody grab her and pulls her back up. And there's gargoyles out there beside her. And Jay is on the other side of the room, and her aunt is downstairs, so she assumes, these gargoyles, did they save me or whatever? But yeah, they go to this horse riding thing. It's really filler. Nothing happens. She almost falls off a horse. Her friend Jay saves her. And nothing really happens in this book until like the last couple of minutes or last couple of pages. And basically what happens is she spies on this door that nobody's supposed to go inside. And she sees her aunt doing some crazy things. And I'm not going to say what it is because it spoils it. And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, there's really nothing in The Queen of Gargoyles that happens. This book wasn't very great. Probably one of my least favorites in the Bone Chiller series so far. The ending, like where she's actually like on one of the gargoyles flying around, that's pretty cool. That's really fun. But it's only like 10, 20 pages. The rest of the book is straight up filler. Nothing happens. The beginning, I was kind of intrigued on what exactly was going on. There's no explanation on why somebody got kidnapped and something happened to them. Yeah, there's really no explanation for any of that. And the ending was absolutely terrible. It sucked. Yeah, this was easily one of my least favorites. I give it a 2 out of 5 stars. There's really not much more to say about this book. But yeah, there's nothing really scary about it. The only thing that I would say that's really scary is almost when she falls off the roof and when she wakes up and she's surrounded by a bunch of gargoyles. That's kind of a scary imagery, I guess. But other than that, yeah, this is a very weak one in my opinion. Nothing really to talk about. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys feel different, if you guys read this book. I think this one's a pretty rare one. But yeah, I finally got through it, and I'm excited to continue on with some other books. So yeah, bye-bye.